future railway.
My future railway. We want to create the future of European railways together with you. Tell us how you would want to shape the future of railways. What do you like about rail? What would you like to change? And how does your future rail look? Let's start from the beginning. What do we mean when we talk about transport? What is transport? Let's see some examples. If we want to go to or want to move an object from one place to another, we have different options, different modes of transportation. We have air transports with airplanes or water transport with ships. We can transport liquids a long way through pipes. With telecommunications, we can transfer sound, video, and all kinds of digital information. Road transport by car, bus, or bicycle. And then we have rail transport. But now we want to talk specifically about rail transport, which is the mode of transportation in which trains roll with wheels made of steel along rails. There are many types of rail transport. Let's see some examples. We have freight trains, which are trains that transport goods. Did you know that there are freight trains that can be up to 7 kilometers long? We also have conventional trains. There are many kinds of conventional trains for passenger transport over long and medium distances. Did you know that there are over 1 million kilometers of railway tracks in the world? That is the equivalent of a single rail track circling the world 25 times. We also have high-speed trains. For a train to be called high-speed, it needs to be able to go faster than 250 kilometers per hour. A train in France reached the record speed of 574.8 kilometers per hour. We have trams. Trams are trains that are in cities and are driven on rails embedded on the streets. We also have metros. Metros are trains that usually go under the ground in the city. There are in 178 cities worldwide. The first line opened in London in 1863. Finally, we also have special vehicles. There are special cranes, rail maintenance, and construction machines. What is so great about railways? For example, trains have small friction, which means they need less energy to move forward than, for example, a lorry or a car. Steel wheels on steel rails glide 10 times easier than rubber tires on a road. This saves a lot of energy, but it also means that they need longer distances to accelerate and brake. Trains are relatively easy to automate. They have high safety and productivity. What are the difficulties? Because trains have less friction, they cannot climb too steep and they need more time to brake. Tracks have to go through tunnels instead of climbing mountains, and curves cannot be narrow. Also, they need a quite complicated track and safety system. Rail transport is the most sustainable mode of transportation. It uses less energy and produces far less carbon dioxide than, for example, road or air transport. Rail transport is also a very safe mode of transport. It is 14 times more dangerous to go by road than by railway. Rail also occupies less space and has higher capacity than other modes of transport. Imagine that you have to transport over 600 persons. If they traveled by car, you would need hundreds of cars, but you would only need one train. Let's look at this graph. The horizontal line is the distance we want to travel. The vertical line is the time we need. When it comes to traveling, we tend to look for the fastest way to get to our destination. Traveling by air, in this image the blue line, we can go fast, but we also lose time in getting to the airport and doing the check-in. On the other hand, by car, here the red line, we can start almost from home, but it doesn't go so fast. So, the flatter the line, the faster the travel. By train, here the green line, we can travel faster than cars, but we need time to reach the station. However, in the end, trains are the fastest way for traveling distances between 200 and 400 kilometers. If we make the access to train stations even easier and also faster trains, we could make rail the fastest, safest and by far most environmentally friendly transport mode of all. So, how can we make rail even better? As part of a Shift to Rail research project, we know that we can achieve many goals through innovation to create better, quieter, more comfortable, secure, and reliable trains. We see a bright future for rail transport for both passengers and goods. Did you learn something new about the railway? Test your knowledge in the quiz.